This video explains the basic functions available on the Trip Ledger screen, including how to record a trip payment. To get to the Trip Ledger screen, first click Finances. Click the Trips menu. Select Trip Ledgers from the list. Now select the student, member, or chaperone from the drop-down list. Notice that the screen works the same whether you select a student or chaperone. You can complete several different types of activities on this screen, including adding or removing the student or chaperone from the trip, entering a trip payment, transferring money from the trip ledger, or reviewing and deleting trip payment history. Remember not to enter money earned from a fundraiser on this screen. Use the fundraiser screen instead. This screen is for entering money paid directly for a trip, or credits earned. The first part of the screen displays the trips assigned to the student or chaperone. If the trip has not been assigned to the person, select the trip to add it to the list. Notice the base costs for all trips listed. This is the total amount the person owes for all trips. It does not include any trip options or discounts. If the person is not going on the trip, click the Remove from Trip icon next to the trip name. If the person has made payments toward this trip, you'll see another screen asking what you want to do with that money. You can move it to the Student Miscellaneous Ledger, apply it towards a different trip, give the student a refund, or do nothing. Once you have made your selection, click Delete from Trip. The Assigned Trips area is also where you can add options for a student or chaperone. Click the shopping cart icon next to the trip name. Select the upcharges or discounts that apply for this person and select Update Trip Options. You can select Add More Options to open the Trip Options screen to create additional options at any time. Click Close once you've assigned the trip options for this person. You may need to refresh your screen to see the option transaction listed on the trip ledger history. The next section of the screen allows you to enter a trip payment. The transaction date defaults to the current date. If you need to change it, click the calendar and select the date. The set default fields are available if you need to enter several transactions with the same information. Select the trip from the drop-down list if not already selected. Enter the amount applied. Select the method of payment from the drop-down list. If you select check, enter the check number. If you select PayPal or RevTrak, you can enter the transaction number. Enter the deposit group number. A date is a good deposit group number to use for quick reference later. Select the account where you want to deposit the money from the drop-down list. If you are using budgets, select the budget category from the drop-down list. Enter any notes about the payment collected. Click Enter Transaction. That's it. The next area of the Trip Payment Ledger screen allows you to transfer money. The person must have a positive trip ledger balance before you can transfer money. Click the red slider next to Transfer to see the transfer options. If you want to transfer money from the trip ledger, first select where you want to take the money from the drop-down list. Trips for which the person has made payments are listed. Now you'll tell Charms where to apply the money. Select an option from the Transfer Money To list. You can select Fixed Payments, Another Trip, the Student Miscellaneous Ledger, or another student or chaperone. Enter the amount to transfer. If you selected a fixed payment, the amount is automatically calculated. Then click Transfer. Finally, let's look at the Student Trip Payment History section at the bottom of the screen. This area shows all transactions posted to the student's trip payment ledger, including money applied from the fundraising ledger screen. It details the date the payment was made, the applicable trip, the amount applied, how the money was paid, cash or check, the deposit number, the account where the money was posted, and where the transaction came from. If the deposit was made to a bank account, click the deposit number to see the detail of that deposit in the account. The column showing where the money came from includes a few codes. GT means Global Trip Payment Screen. TR is the trip ledger. FR is the fundraiser ledger. You can click on this code to open the fundraiser ledger for this student. The balance due at the bottom reflects the total due for all trips, minus the sum of all payments made. The Print Version icon opens a printer-friendly version of the student's trip ledger detail for printing, emailing, or exporting to Excel. To print a receipt, click the $sign. To delete the transaction, click the X. A new screen opens to confirm the deletion. Select Delete to completely remove the transaction. Be sure to check out our library of videos for help with other CHARMS office procedures.